am driving a manual transmission truck.
I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised.
In this episode of SCS on the Road, we traveled to the driving school I used to work at back in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. We signed Oscar up for an exclusive one-day experience to try his hand at driving some real American trucks. But this isn't brand new to Oscar. He's actually had some experience in the driving academy inside American Truck Simulator. So we had one big question: can a digital simulation really help behind the wheel of a real truck? Today, he'll learn all about pre-trip inspections, proper gear shifting technique, and alley backing with a trailer. It's an episode full of new things: learning, experience, and a real challenge for an experienced ATS trucker. But first, we're heading to meet Yvette, who's already waiting for us, and she's going to tell us more about how this trucking school got started and share a bit of its history with us.
We're here inside with the owner of OTTA, Yvette Legras. Yvette, how are you doing today?
Wonderful. It's a great day.
So can you tell me a little bit about the history of the school, how you guys got started?
So I was wired for probable cause of loss, and my beautiful husband was a trainer for a tanker company. And between the two of us, we came together and went, aha, let's create a truck school.
When did you guys open up the school? When did that start?
So we started in basically mid-90s. So, you know, again, we're working on 30 years, and so it's been an interesting, we could say battle, but journey would probably be the other word.
Okay.
We've gone from, you know, early days of a couple of trucks to now we have a fleet of 35 trucks. We have a combination of straight trucks, which are used more for utility type of jobs. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we have a fleet of tractor trailers. With the new guidelines here in Canada, particularly in Ontario, is that, you know, we were solidly 100% into standard trucks for decades. Now we've morphed into having a few, obviously, automatic trucks because, you know, technology again, we have to keep up with the times. Who knew? Anybody who is coming to truck training school is to understand, you know, again, it doesn't matter if it's shifting or if it's lane placement. More importantly, I believe the hardest technique that people have to learn is the backing. Mm-hmm. Okay, and again, that spatial relationship. They're not used to working with an articulated vehicle. So they don't understand that the trailer will go one direction and the truck, and again, they're not understanding that it's your truck is actually a ram to be able to push the trailer around. Mm-hmm. And that indeed is also, you know, the other component that we have anytime you're teaching somebody how to drive is confidence. If they don't have the uptake on the confidence level, they feel scared of the truck. We're just not going to have a successful, you know, outcome for them. The more confidence that we can pre-build, the better we're going to be.
So you would say then the players that come here and become students, they already have some of that confidence then?
Correct. It's the confidence building that we're looking for and just the basic concepts. So please, you know, do one-on-one education in an environment where you have the opportunity to have do-overs and do a million of those if you wish in the beautiful simulator game.
Well, thank you so much for having us here
today.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here in Oshawa and to see your school and give Oscar the opportunity to get into a truck and have at it. So yeah, you know, if you're thinking about getting your license and you're in the GTA area, I think Yvette is the one you should hit up here. And
glad to help you.
Thanks, Yvette.
Have a great day.
All right, the introduction's done. Now it's time to see how Oscar handles it as a truck driving school student. First, we're heading into the classroom, where Oscar will learn the basic controls of a truck and get an introduction to the air brake systems of the tractor and trailer. Next up, the simulator. That's where Oscar will practice manual shifting in a safe, controlled environment without too much pressure. Yet. And then we're going outside to the yard, where he'll go through some pre-trip inspection tasks, learn how to connect and disconnect the trailer, and take his first laps around the lot. And finally, the real test begins. we hit the open road and see how Oscar handles real-world traffic. Now we're here with Terry Gilroy, who is the lead instructor here at OTTA. Now, Terry, I know you've had a long and colorful career in truck driving. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience before coming to OTTA?
For my driving experience,
yeah.
I did 40 years coast-to-coast U.S., Canada. I did 5 years ice road trucking, and then I became an LCV instructor. And then I ended my career now, retirement in here at OTTA.
Real truck drivers never retire, they just get another truck, right?
That's right. I was born and bred into it, and I just can't leave them.
So how long have you been here at OTTA now?
4 years.
Nice. So can you tell me a little bit about the room we're in right now?
This room here, we use this to conduct our MELT program, which is a 2-week course where we introduce all the new students to fundamentals of trucks, hours of service, load securement, defensive driving. That's part of your 2 weeks here. And then after that, this room is now used for the air brakes, as you can see back there.
So the air brake is actually a separate course from the MELT program.
Yeah, that's a weekend course. I think it's 12-hour course, 2 days, Saturday and Sunday.
So that board you have back there, can you tell me a little about it? It looks very interesting and there's a lot of stuff bolted to it.
There is a lot of stuff on it. That's the basic fundamentals of all the air brake system on a tractor trailer. The one big board is all tractor. The far board over there is the trailer. We got all our wet tanks, our air tanks, our brake pedals, safety valves on there, the hookup of how the trailers hook up, and the brake pad over there to show you how the actual brakes will engage when you're applying your brakes.
So basically every component you see on that board exists in some way on a real truck.
It exists on a real truck, yes.
That's very
The
cool.
only thing we're lacking is the compressor, which we use a compressor.
Of course. And this just allows the people taking the course to better visualize what it is they're actually interacting with when they're doing the course.
Because a lot of people are hands-on, right? They got to see something to understand it.
And that's exactly what I'm about to do. The air brake system is one of the most critical parts of any truck and its trailer. Without it, you just don't stop. To explain it best, I'm handing it over to me, or rather, me from the past, who already recorded this for us. So Mark, take it away.
So the yellow button is going to release the brakes on the tractor. Red button is going to go through the airline, through the red pigtail, and supply air to the trailer tanks, as well as release the trailer brakes. They're a combined system, so if you don't have air going to the brakes, you also don't have air going to the trailer tank to fill up your airbags and stuff like that. Furthermore, obviously, you hit the brake pedal, it's going to apply all the brakes, as you see right here. So it's sending air to the brake chamber to apply the brakes when I'm pressing the pedal. Then you also have the trailer brake, something that's disappearing in new trucks, but if you pull the trailer brake, it's like an extra control in case you need it. It'll apply the brakes on the trailer. Then when you're all done, ready to park,
This is our simulator room. Have you driven a manual transmission before?
Not yet.
Not even in a car?
In a car, yes.
Okay, we'll throw that one out the window. It does not apply for a truck.
All right.
Okay? First thing we're going to do is we're going to find where our gear patterns are. Okay? You see right now we're in the neutral position.
Right.
Go ahead and grab that. Okay, if you pull that all the way into your leg, feel that spring? That's where you're going to go for reverse and first.
Right.
When that falls out, feel that wall right there? If we went straight up, push straight up, that's where our 2 will be.
Okay. Got
So in a truck, you got to take your time. A car, hang on, a car people will shift like this.
Right.
You can't do that. You have to have a rhythm in your head like 1, 2, 1, 2.
Got it.
Okay, because we have to match speed and RPM.
Right.
Okay. At the same time, take your foot on the clutch, go 1, 2. So that's out of gear, in gear. Okay, so now put your hand on the shifter, put it up in the 2, take your foot up, put the clutch in, put it up in the 2, push. Oh, it is there, circle. Okay, so off the clutch like you're moving. Okay, you have your foot right there on the clutch. Push your clutch in, out of gear, off the clutch, back in. 2. You know what I'm doing?
Yep.
Push it in, out, out. Okay, so now you're in 2, back to 3, 1, 2, we're going to go up and over to this wall. I'm going to go again. 1, 2. All right? So when people get excited on the road, they all want to start rushing. So I say, calm down, think of 1, 2, 1, 2. It keeps you relaxed.
So easy, right?
It's not easy.
As you can see, before a student gets behind the wheel of a real truck, they first need to learn the basics of shifting and get their timing and feel for it down. Shifting in a heavy American truck is very different from shifting in a car. There's no synchronizers to match the speed of the gears during a shift. This means the driver has to match the RPMs of the next gear himself, with every upshift and downshift. Oscar first practiced his timing, then tried his new skills on the simulator. But now it's time to see if he can make it work on the real thing.
So we're out here with a truck and trailer, finally. I think we're getting started. I'm really excited. We have with me Terry here. I think we're going to do some pre-trip inspection. I believe the first step is to check that the wheels are chalked on the trailer.
Yep, we always make sure our wheels are chalked, parking brakes are applied. That's showing at the examiner that your vehicle is secured and ready to go for road tests. So we're going to get into it. On road tests, we're going to be asked 6 questions, which you now get a Schedule 1.
This is a Schedule 1.
That's listing all the defects as in your inspection book. This is an open book test. You're allowed to read it.
So for a fuel system, for minor defects, I am looking for a missing fuel tank cap, which I'm looking at the fuel tank here. I see a fuel tank cap on the side, therefore there is no minor defect on this side. I'm sure I have to do the same thing on the other side.
Now we do the major side here.
So for the major, I am looking for an insecure fuel tank.
It's not insecure.
It is not insecure, as you can see.
And dripping fuel.
And it is not dripping any fuel, as
Now
you
we
can see on the ground.
Walk around.
Now we
looking
must
for
walk
more
around.
dripping fuel.
We are looking here. I do not see any dripping fuel.
No, just watch our head.
I'll walk around to the front. I do not see any dripping fuel.
Yeah. Over again.
Look at the engine compartment. I do not see any dripping fuel.
We're just making sure we see no dripping fuel anywhere around the truck. And we do the tank again.
And on the right side tank, I am again looking for a minor defect, which is a missing fuel tank cap. It is on here.
Yeah.
The fuel tank is also secure.
Yep.
There is no dripping fuel.
And
so
now we say no
there
defects.
is no major defects or minor defects on the fuel system.
Now we'll go find another question. So now we're going to do one on the tire, the tread and sidewall. So remember how we found tread and sidewall?
Yep. So for tires, for a minor defect, I am looking for a damaged tread or sidewall.
Yep.
I'm looking at the tread and the sidewall, and I do not see that it is damaged.
That's
Therefore,
good.
there is no minor defect.
Yeah.
For a major defect, I am looking for a tread depth that is less than the wear limit. The tread depth is more than the wear limit, which is 3 millimeters on the front and 1.5 millimeters on the rear.
That's right.
The tire should not be in contact with another tire or any vehicle component other than the mud flap. I do not see that the tire is in contact with another tire or another vehicle component other than a mud flap.
Yep.
I am also checking for whether the tire is marked not for highway use. The tire is not marked for not for highway use. And lastly, I am supposed to check for whether the tire has exposed cords in the tread or outer sidewall area. I do not see any exposed cords in the tread or outer sidewall area. Therefore, there are no major defects on the tires.
There are dozens of things that must be checked during a pre-trip inspection. Here at the school, students will learn all of these processes. But since we had already stuffed Oscar's head with so many new things today, we thought we should take it easy on him and just give him a few easy ones. But don't be fooled, it's not as easy as it looks. Students at the school will spend weeks or even months learning how to safely inspect and operate the truck.
I am driving a manual transmission truck. So now I've successfully backed up the trailer. I guess the next thing to do is to drop and hook.
Yep. It's ready. So now you make sure the ground's flat.
Right.
And now pick your handle out. This is 2-speed.
Right. Push it in.
So we're gonna try that. So crank it right now and see if that's, there you go, crank it to the ground. Good. We'll pull this out and then lay that handle back on, let it, yeah. Okay, in the cab, you see a big long silver bar.
Oh, found it.
You see a handle in there.
Uh-huh. This one. This one.
Yeah,
Cool.
pull. Pull. 2 hands. Pull. I just got tension on this. The kingpin inside the 5th wheel,
Yeah.
the tractor's pulling on it.
Right.
So
you have
Mark's
go
gonna
back.
back it up, take the tension. Now try it. Pull,
Yep.
pull, pull. There you go. Push that up.
All right.
I'm gonna show you something in a minute. When you hook these back up, this eye's always got to go in here and here. So I see how I turn it sideways like that. So that eyelet goes in, and then you smack it down.
Right.
You lift that tab to take that one out. Wiggle, wiggle, pull, 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 pull. There.
Yep.
And smack that one off.
Oops. Sorry.
We'll be back. We got to go get another truck.
All right.
Now go under here.
Okay.
Under. You see that kingpin that sticks down on the bottom of the trailer?
This one. Yep.
You want to make sure that's lining up with that slot.
Yeah.
Is it lining up?
Yes.
That's all you're checking right now. You want to make sure that your trailer is always going to hit before here. Because if not, you're going to have a high hook. And that means you get daylight, the trailer can fall off.
Right.
So that's why you eyeball it. It's hitting before that pin.
Yes.
It's going to hit around here, so we know it's good.
Okay.
All right, you would want to inspect your trailer glad hands.
Okay.
Make sure the seals are not damaged. All your plugs are in here.
Okay.
No air lines or electrical lines are cracked or damaged, right?
All right.
Okay, and we've checked the paperwork.
Okay.
Now you're gonna back up slow so you hear the big click. Hear that click? Okay, you can grab your air lines.
Yep.
They're color coded.
Yes.
Red with red, blue with blue. You push that right in so that locks behind. See? Now your cord can't pull it. See that little nipple right there?
Yep. Yep.
That won't. Now that cord can't come out.
Got it.
So you remember that handle you pulled?
Yep.
Is that all the way in?
Yes.
That means it's locked.
Good.
And you see the 5th wheel in this plate? You see no daylight in there?
No.
That means it's good.
Okay.
And then go back here. Remember how you looked at your kingpin?
Okay.
You go in there and make sure you see that arm around that lock. So we know it's locked.
Yep. It's locked.
Okay, come on out, watch your head. Now take your landing gear
There's
and
two
crank
seats.
it
Yep.
back up.
This way.
Yep. And in the right gear here. Try it now.
Oh.
Yeah, pull that handle out and then twist it around and lock it on.
That's it.
So you want to shut your truck off. Put your key on. Pull it.
All the way down? Nobody.
Okay.
Push your brake pedal now.
Check for good.
Push that. That's the blue line.
Uh-huh.
Don't hear a leak.
No.
Means you're good.
Ready to go.
Okay.
So you let off the throttle for a minute. See how you're sitting at like 700 RPM?
Yeah.
Just hit the throttle, give like 2. Just something like that's all you need for a downshift.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when you pop it in neutral, give it a shot like that, then push, just like that.
Like this.
So now in real world, you're checking to make sure your defroster's working, your wipers, your washer fluid, your seat belt. Maybe looking for emergency equipment. Checking all your paperwork.
All right.
All right?
All right.
Remember when we go to roll, when we take off, when you go to leave, when you got the clutch and the brake on,
Yeah.
let that clutch out that little bit till you feel the motor, then come off your brake. That stops the roll back.
Right.
Okay? So on that note, we're ready. Okay, button up, miss. Do it off the clutch. Off the clutch. See, when you hold the clutch in, that's like holding the clutch brake on. Just stay like that, relax. See, now you're shifting down a hill. Don't hold the clutch in, get off the clutch. Slow it down with your brake. Take your time, 1, 2, don't rush. 1, 2. What'd you do there?
You're like rushing it. You're like trying to be a race car driver. Just slow it down. Bring the RPM nice and slow. When you want to make your shift, tap, tap.
Like we did on the simulator.
Get your rhythm down, tap, tap.
We could still slow the truck down even more and not give it as much. So even slow it down more. More. A little more. Now take it out easy, little. Little shot, off the clutch. See, you're holding that clutch in again. 1, 2. Just stay in that gear because we got a red light. We're going straight through, all right? Now, if you wanted to downshift there, you'd pull that button back and give it a shot of fuel. See? That's the nice thing about the splitter. No clutch. You want to downshift right now, just slow your truck down with your brake. Okay, pop it in neutral, slow shot, not that much. Give it too much.
Okay.
So go back up, pull that full gear to 8. Just slow down that little bit again. Pop it in neutral, little shot. There you go.
Quick interruption here. I just want to add a little note here that driving these manual, non-synchronized transmission trucks is extremely difficult. There's a whole dance you have to do with your left leg, timing the clutch while shifting, while driving the truck, while paying attention to the traffic around you. It's really not an easy task. Even even after getting your license, it's another few months of driving before really you get it down. And even an experienced driver hopping into a different truck with maybe a different transmission or a different feeling clutch, it can mess them totally as well. So Oscar did a really good job considering this is his first time ever doing it. And I think his experience in American Truck Simulator definitely helped a little bit because he already knew the shift pattern. We didn't have to teach him that. He more or less knew what he had to do. He just to actually do it and do it there in real life. That was the difference. But he did a pretty good job. But enough for me. We'll hand it back to Terry now.
Okay, so overall, capping out our day together today.
Yeah.
The simulator you did well. Okay, your pre-trip you were getting onto it. As far as your driving, like we were saying, your driving was okay. You're just rushing your gears.
Right.
Just learn to slow down and try to keep your hands straight so you're not missing your gears. Other than that, I wish you were coming back for more because I wish you were a student here.
Oh, really?
You did really well, and I'm proud of what you did today, okay?
Thank you, Terry.
Yes,
That's really great to hear.
Anytime you come back, you can come see me.
All right.
All right?
I will. Promise I will.
Good job today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, even your backing up was good. You can read your trailer.
Wow.
Yep, so if you were here for full lessons, you'd have no problems passing.
That's great to hear. And that's the power of American Truck Simulator right there.
Disclaimer. No clutches were harmed during the making of this video.